I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, what are you using Rosemary and Thyme for?
Because he has a sidekick to that, and like you could just see people's faces just like glaze over.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted to hang out with me. This is what I do.
You are listening to the Buds Podcast, hosted by nearly rock stars becoming barely podcasters. I am Michael.
And I'm Kyle. And you can find us on Instagram at thebudspoduk. Feel free to shoot us an email at thebudspodcastuk@gmail.com. We're also on YouTube at The Buds Podcast UK. Find us there for all future episodes.
Enjoy the episode. Do you want to count or am I going to count?
You count.
Yeah. On 3, go. Okay.
What? On 3, go?
3, clap. So
yes,
I'll clap after 3.
1, 2, 3.
In time. Yeah, there you go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Was that on time on your side?
Well, of course it's going to be on time on my side.
I'll figure it out.
I don't like your condescending tone. It's not like... Okay, so I'll count. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, was that on time on your side, Michael?
Okay. Are we married now or something? Is this how this relationship's developing?
Did it look like you were on time, Michael?
Well, I can be on time next time if you want.
I'm interested to see how you're going to project in this episode.
Project?
Yeah.
No, what do you mean project?
We always joke about you projecting like your life.
Oh, yes. Talk about my hot fire personality on the burning embers of the logs of my life. And
oh, man.
I don't know.
That was funny.
Making up a bunch of nonsense now. This is interesting though. I feel like it's a really interesting take on a Christmas album. How did you find it?
Yeah, so cool. Like, so different to what I was expecting. Well, as soon as I heard you say Robert Glasper, I was like, okay, this is going to be musically super interesting.
Yeah.
So it was never going to be boring. But what I do like about it, and that I've got in my notes here, is that it kind of goes... It's weird. It like keeps sort of like the heart of like Christmas and that like warm fuzzy feeling, but without the like cheesy sort of like kitsch side of it, you know, the like shiny, like it gets quite not gritty, but it gets very real and like introspective and like stuff in places.
It's like the furthest thing from Michael Bublé and Mariah Carey. Nothing against Mariah Carey, but the furthest thing from that like polished, pitch perfect Christmas, you know.
Yeah, and I mean all that stuff has its place too. I mean, I love that Michael Bublé album.
In the bin.
No, how dare you? Not Mariah, but the boobs. I mean, Bublé is amazing. I love Bublé.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I would. It's like you know when you have a really good dishcloth that's just been wrung out way too much in its lifetime. It just needs to be tossed out. I feel like that's Michael Bublé. It was really, really good at first, but just after time, it just gets... It's like what Bilbo Baggins says. Here's my first Lord of the Rings reference for the episode. It's like, not enough jam spread over too much bread. just a little bit, I don't know, just tired, I think. Those are my feelings about it. But
of course. But let's be fair, they're not going to be playing Robert Glasper on like Capital FM, are they? They should, but
that would be good.
But they won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is we're going to be speaking about Robert Glasper, but I would prompt you to check out Seth MacFarlane's Christmas album.
Yes, done it. It's
so good. It's like,
that is very good.
It's got whimsy and lightheartedness and class and talent. It's so good. So good. Such a good album.
I agree. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. But when it comes down to my 3 words about this album, that kind of like ties up, it like comes back to what you said about it's not that like polished Christmas while still keeping the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what deep existential takes can you draw from the album cover?
Jeez. The album cover. I thought you were going to, I was like, wait, dude, just wait. Like, we'll get into it. We're going to do like this song by song. Deep existential. I don't know. The dude's rocking those dungarees though.
Oh, yeah.
I love those dungarees.
He's like a step away from like Harry Styles. He's like on the other spectrum of Harry Styles, right? But they're cool though.
Existential. My word.
I'm talking nonsense. You give it a go though, if you can find something.
Well, you've set the challenge. Now I want to find something.
Yeah, just make it up. It's Christmas. Ching, ching, ching. Again,
looks like
he's
seeing himself in an alternate Christmas universe in the, what's that thing called? Snow globe.
Snow globe. Yeah.
It's almost like he's shouting at himself, warning himself about something that's coming.
Mm.
And in the snow globe, he's looking at the impending danger.
Yeah.
And then there's a broken gingerbread cookie on the side.
There is.
Take what you will from that broken gingerbread man.
But the impending danger itself is in a snow globe. So who's really in danger?
Exactly. And this is where it all comes full circle back to Clancy, because Clancy is actually the guy looking.
You spent 3 hours on that. You see, it's the color red and the color black. So it all links back, you see.
He's like, look out, it's the bishops.
The bishop. I am the bishop. Robert Glasper is the bishop.
That would be amazing. He takes his hood off and he's just like, it's me, guys.
Yeah. It's like the Foo Fighters Everlong video. He just like zips up his face. And Tyler Joseph climbs out.
Talk about amazing music videos, the Foo Fighters.
That's such a good music video.
I think that was one of the first things we ever did as friends together. It was like, I remember coming over to your mom's flat and we watched like that Foo Fighters Greatest Hits DVD, and we watched like all the music videos. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was so good.
I wasn't the best at like having people over. I would always just play stuff for people. Like, I don't know what to talk to you about. Let's just watch these videos. But it was something to bond over. We've watched loads of cool stuff, man. We got like Sound City as well.
Yes, Sound City was amazing.
Sound City is really good.
You say that, but I used to do the same. I remember before I met Nicola, like if there was a girl I liked, I'd like say, hey, like, you know, you should come over to my house for dinner or whatever. And I'd like put on like John Mayer live in LA. And I'd be like, but what's really cool, if you look at Steve Jordan's drum kit, is he has a side kit to that, and like you can just see people's faces just like glaze over.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted to hang out with me. This is what I do.
Yeah. And there's like, cut the crap, Carl. Let's just get to
it. Moving on swiftly. Oh, man. Okay.
Well, this album is great though. It's like tasteful, and it's kind of like it's like, I find it's like a really good Christmas album you can have in the background. But then also there's enough intrigue and originality in some of the tracks where it's like, it's not just it's like there's another Christmas album that I really, really like is the Charlie Brown Christmas album.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard that one.
Nope.
That's like sort of quintessential piano, fireside, classic Christmas carol vibes. It's mostly instrumental, and then every now and then you have the Peanuts singing some of the parts. But it's really good. It's classy stuff. Nice. And that's like pure background, and this is like this is just sort of fringes on. You really want to listen to it because it's good, but then some stuff you can just have in the background. And
nice.
Yeah, I don't know if that gives the whole album justice, but but track 1, Fireside.
I think. Do you want to take this one, or can I take this one?
Nah, go for it.
Okay. I feel like this is the perfect intro to a Christmas album, actually, because it really sets the scene for like what sort of what I was saying before, where it's this like sort of, it goes away from the mainstream sort of like shiny Christmas album and pop and like that kind of thing. And this sort of like sets the mood for the album. It's like this warm sort of sets the scene for like a warm atmosphere, like almost cozy. It feels sort of cozy, and it doesn't feel like this big elaborate like thing with big band and horns and like, you know what I mean? It's just this very like sort of personal. And as we'll get into it, like so many of these songs like are reflective, and they, you know, like in holiday time, like that is a lot of people are lonely or they miss family members or friends or loved ones. And it's a lot of introspection because it's the end of the year. Like, you know, thinking about your past, you're thinking about what's happened this previous year. I don't know. And I think the song just sort of like sets it up beautifully. It's just, it feels like you're just sitting fireside listening to someone play piano. Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that hits it. Yeah, that's pretty spot on. One of the things in thinking about this whole album, it's like, I mean, this we can like chat about it more when we get through the whole album. But I said, I thought this album like combines nostalgia of Christmas, but they kind of like breaks that like fourth wall of the Christmas season and like fever and like culture, and then kind of directly addresses exactly what you're saying, like the loneliness and desire to be together with people, and the sort of like the winter mood that comes along with Christmas, but specifically in December, you know, because everyone's like leading up to one of the happiest days of the year, at least in the Western calendar, and Christmas presents itself as this like glorious, wonderful thing, but not everyone's feeling that, you know. And totally. It starts from that place of like, right in the fireside, thinking about it all. And so, I think what you said is great, like reflecting on all of that on the fireside. Makes me think of like a campfire, like when, because I was in Scouts, and like one of the best times for thinking is when everyone's just quiet, sitting around a campfire, and just like everyone's just content, just chilling there for ages, just staring at a fire.
In your own thoughts,
we've done that as well.
Yeah, that's like my favorite thing to do. It's like the one of the only things that really truly relaxes me. Like throw on an actual fire with some logs and just sit back and just watch the fire. I could sit there for hours and just watch a fire. Like it just gives you time to think, contemplate, work out problems. I don't know. It's really cool.
The biggest challenge is just knowing where to put all the wine bottles afterwards.
Wow, yeah. When we recorded our album, Mike and I went through quite a lot of wine bottles while watching fire.
A lot of wine bottles.
At night,
sleeping away in the live room.
Yeah. I think that Airbnb we rented, I think we used up every bit of wood they supplied and they supplied a lot of wood for that house. It was
like a whole wall of wood, yeah.
It was, yeah. It was great. Okay, so moving on to, I mean, I don't think there's much more to discuss.
I suppose we should let the people know who we are and what we're doing.
Yes. Why do we always, we just dive straight, you see, this is when you know it's the real deal. Like we just want to get into it.
We just put on our podcast faces. So you are listening, dear new listeners, those of you who have not listened to us before, thank you for joining, by the way. We really do appreciate your time, and you hope you find this conversation interesting and makes you think about music in your own life and reflecting on memories and things. Sorry, I have a very squeaky chair below me. But you are listening to the Buzz Podcast. We are nearly rock stars who were nearly rock stars and now have become barely podcasters. My name is Michael.
And I'm Kyle, and tonight, or today, or whenever you're listening to this episode, we are diving into, or we've already started diving into, In December by Robert Glasper. At Mike's request, this was Mike's chosen piece for this week.
This was my
it is
Christmas surprise.
A humdinger.
Yeah.
It's a great album. We're moving on to track 2. So, God rest ye merry gentlemen, into Carol of the Bells.
Into Carol of the Bells? What do you mean?
Yeah. You know that?
No.
It's a traditional piece, but that I always know it from drums because when we teach, there's a rudiment in drums called a hurter. I don't know if you've heard of that before.
No, I've not.
But when I teach that to students, I always use this Carol of the Bells as a thing because it's basically you playing. How do I explain this? Well, it doesn't really matter. But you're playing a certain number of notes, but it basically ties into that dun 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 dun. Dun. You're basically playing exactly that sound.
It's like a paradiddle.
Almost, but you're playing like a. Well, no, not almost. You're playing like a double note. Actually, you know who does it a ton is Carter Beaufort from Dave Matthews Band.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like it's like a weird, but you doubling like the notes just before the last note.
Oh, okay.
It's anyway. It's hard to explain just over voice.
Yeah, when we do a DMB album, point it out to me.
Oh yeah.
If it ever comes up, which it probably will. But
they're everywhere. They're always in like his fills and stuff. But anyway, yeah. So that's from Carol of the Bells. But interestingly, Cynthia Erivo. Do you know Cynthia Erivo?
No.
She is the lady from the new Wicked film or the Wicked films.
Oh.
With Ariana Grande.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's her.
So was she Garlinda?
The Wicked Witch. She's the Wicked Witch.
Oh, she the Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
Oh, Galinda was Ariana
Grande. Yeah.
Yeah. You just said that.
So
cool.
It's so funny because I actually haven't seen the movies, but I watched the stage production years ago. It was awesome. It was so good.
Oh yeah, that's good. At Apollo Theatre.
Possibly. I don't know. It was in 2012, 2013. So
oh gosh, that's ages ago. Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where it was, but yeah, it was in London. But yeah, so that's her. So Cynthia Erivo, she's singing on this one and beautiful vocal.
Yeah. I love this song is like the grooviest. It's sort of like the most intriguing to listen to. I found it like the most enjoyable one to listen to. I love how there's not much to say about the lyrics really. It's just like it's a Christmas carol, but I loved how with the groove, the bass guitar changed the chord almost like on the 3 and or the 4 and of every bar. So it like anticipated the next downbeat every time and just created this like really cool like groove. I don't know how else to explain it more technically.
I know what you mean because of the drums sort of follow it and it creates almost like a stutter. It's like
it's like down, down, down. Yeah.
That's cool.
Really cool. And it has like it's like a hip hoppy kind of vibe while the music, like the drums and the bass have that like sort of energy while the music around it, like the harmonies and stuff and vocals are quite like mellow and smooth. That's why this whole album's really smooth and like the production is so good and it's all like blended really nicely. It just sounds really round and warm. There's no real like harshness to the album at all.
It's true, yeah.
It's really, really good.
It's good. And it's cool because it's got like almost like a darker feel to it. Like what's the word? Like I said, I keep saying, but like it's kind of, again, it's like going away from this traditional like, and whenever I think of Christmas, I think of like growing up, my parents used to listen to all the like sort of crooners, you know, like Frank Sinatra and like Nat King Cole and like all that stuff, which I love. Like I still love those Christmas
That's like
albums.
the Seth MacFarlane vibe. That's like he's in that wheelhouse. Yeah.
But even that, it's big band, right? So it's like a million horns. Like it's just huge production. Whereas this, it's so cool because it's just the complete opposite, and it's just very obviously like almost some of it. I mean, it's jazzy, but it's not like straight ahead jazz. It's kind of that like neo soul sort of funky vibe. And
that's a good way to describe it, actually. Yeah,
it's cool, and it creates this like especially, I mean, you'll know more about like the actual music theory behind it, but the chords and the choice of chords and progressions and stuff make it feel a lot more, warm and tonally more warm. And it doesn't feel so like kind of cheesy. I can't think of a better adjective than cheesy, but that's like, yeah.
Yeah, I think often the chord voicings do a big job with that. And because having played in relatively older churches for like play guitar, well, in Cape Town, the church that I played in the worship band for was like relatively old congregation. So a lot of the music and hymns that were chosen had a lot of sort of like inverted chords, and like the like bass line runs on top of the chords, and like quite complicated. It all sounds like very traditional, like 80s hymns and stuff, like church hymns. And often it gives the song a very different feel. Like King's Kaleidoscope, I've mentioned them before. They do a really good job of like rehashing old church hymns, but changing up the chord progression and like removing that whole sort of antiquated chord structure and like movement progression, and just having like one chord for 2 bars instead of having 8 chords that follow the melody line of the vocals.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then it just adds like different types of like tonal tensions as you sing over this one chord.
Right.
When normally the instruments would follow the vocals note by note with the changes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And probably also changing the actual time signature, because most of those like traditional things were like in weird, most of them in 3, probably like 3, 4.
Yeah.
But some of them get into some weird time signatures as well, and some very weird feels.
I didn't actually think about this. This is 4/4, right?
Yeah, this is straight. This is just 4/4. But then with what you were describing with the bass line sort of catching like the and of 3, or the drums sort of hitting, also same thing, hitting like that and of 3, and or catching the 3, you then give the illusion that it's sort of, it's like it creates that like stutter, and you kind of like, what happened there? And then it gives that illusion that you're almost in like a different time signature, but not really.
Like Robert Glasper's got a load of collaborations with hip hop artists. So I think he brings in exactly like what you're saying, like the neo soul. He brings in that like more like modern hip hop sort of energy to these older songs, which I think adds like a really cool layer to the music. And kind of one of the notes I had on one of the follow songs, I think it's Joy to the World. The way the music is arranged and the way it's performed. I mean, with all these songs, really, that's like a traditional carol. Because the music is so different and feels so different, it makes the lyrics stand out more. Because all of a sudden, you're not in autopilot listening to these hymns you've heard your whole life, but you're kind of involved in the music on a different level. And the lyrics, it sounds like a new song because the lyrics are performed so differently, which is across the whole album was one of the things I really appreciated.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that actually. You are drawn more to the vocal. Yeah, that's interesting. That's cool. Nice. Happy to move on?
Yeah.
Make it home.
Make it home.
PJ Morton and Sevyn, I assume. Sevyn Streeter.
Sevyn. Oh, this had a really cool groove to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found like they kind of there's quite like an R&B element to it. It's like hip hop sort of grooves, but without the rapping, and it's more like singing and stuff, and the smoothness of the singing give it like feels. The performances of the vocals were much more on the R&B side of things.
Yeah. The only thing, if I can, the only thing I didn't like about this was the vocal was very runny. Like he just does, whoa. Like a lot of that stuff, which I don't mind in like small. And it's so funny because I would never have noticed that kind of stuff before marrying Nicola.
Right. Yeah,
she
yeah.
points out like all these little vocal things, and then I can't unhear them.
Yeah.
And so that was like, she didn't point this one out. I just heard this all by myself. But I did. That was the one thing I was just like, oh man, I just wish she wouldn't do so many runs. Because it's so cool. Like the song is amazing, and his vocal is like, his vocal's great. But it was just that, like, every now and again he would like finish off a phrase and just be like, whoa. I'm like, oh dude, just like end it. Anyway, that's my one little pet peeve. But overall, flipping cool. And I think theme wise, again, it's that pull of like kind of coming back home to your family and being together with your loved ones over the holidays. And I think one of the lyrics was something about like, I hope you make it home this year, because like it won't be the same without you, you know. And I think that's so true of just spending time with family over Christmas. You do miss those people, you know, and you don't realize it until they're not there, and you're like, oh man, it's just not quite the same.
I mean, like we feel this so much as well, like on so many levels, having worked on cruise ships, like we were each other's family in those environments. And now as immigrants in England, well, I mean, we're English nationals now, excuse me.
I have my blue book. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I've got my blue book. Paid a lot of money for that thing. Yeah. I'm going to name it and claim it.
If you're listening, Keir Starmer, can you change something about that?
Yeah. But yeah, when like birthdays, because there's a week in October where like half my family has a birthday. Like my cousin,
that's crazy.
My cousin and I bookend a week, and like so many people have their birthdays between my cousin and myself in that 1 week. No. It's mad. Like from the 7th, and one of my grandmothers has passed away since, but like it's almost like the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. Like my mom and my aunt are twins, so the 10th, and then there's someone on the 11th, and I'm on the 12th. It's mad, dude. It's like,
that's wild.
October time. It's like,
how did I not know that? I don't know. You've never told me that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
it's nuts. Do you just save up like the whole year for that 1 week?
No, because I live in another country, so I don't get anything.
That's true, I guess, yeah. And you don't have to gift. You don't have to gift everybody stuff.
Yeah, there we go. Just call and send love. And
yeah, exactly.
But like Christmas and Easter and birthdays and things, I definitely miss my family the most.
Flip. Not this Christmas. Well, you won't see your mom, I guess, but you're going.
Yeah.
Going
we'll
stateside.
See. Yeah, we'll see my wife's family, which will be fun. That's gonna be mad, dude. We've got like 2.5 weeks of so much happening. It's gonna be awesome, but it's gonna be a lot. And like sleeping at different people.
You'll get some sunshine though. You'll get some decent weather, I assume.
Double digits, yo. Double digits and in the 20s.
Lucky boy.
It's going to be good.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I liked one of the messages in this track, "Make It Home." One of the, which lyric is it? I think it's after Sevyn comes in, Sevyn Streeter, before she has her verse. Oh, it's actually on the outro. It's feelings change like seasons, and I think that's the only time they say it. Oh no, it's throughout actually. Sorry, I'm mistaken. But feelings change like seasons. I was reflecting on that a little bit, and I suppose what they're trying to say is like, don't let subjective emotions make you miss out on like the concrete relationships in your life, like letting things get in the way of connecting with people who've played like fundamental roles in your life. And you know, like some things are hard to get over, like there can be rifts in family and feuds and huge arguments and different points of views and things, but I suppose to like a big part of this album is trying to connect with those who have known you the longest and who love you the deepest, and not letting things that are too surface level get in the way of that, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. And I mean, you're still family after all, right? And I think that's a good point, is like, even if you've had stupid little rifts, and I mean, there's some, listen, there's some deep stuff and there's some crazy stuff.
Big
But
ones,
I think, but like you say, I think sometimes people can get petty, and like, if it is, it's not that deep, like, just go spend time with your family, because you're not going to have them forever.
Yeah.
It's like, just swallow your pride and go eat some turkey.
Or at least like wish them in the season and just
absolutely,
just make contact, because sometimes geography gets in the way. But this transition I thought was really cool, from the end of the song into Memories with Mama. Did you have any particular notes about the transition, or
no, not really,
just me? Because I made note of like what is happening, and there's like a lot of piano like trills and runs, and like cymbals and the upright bass kind of like doing his thing. And I was thinking about it today, and having seen my fair share of stage productions, whenever you hear that kind of music, you can imagine lighting and set pieces shifting, and it's like you're being teleported. Like we've watched Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and the stage effects on that are so impactful, and they're so effective. Like they do the weird things with lights that actually make it look like you're going backwards in time, because there's a time turner in the play. It's so cool. And like the whole stage looks like it's doing like 3D motion stuff, just with how they play with the lights, and they have this whole effect, and it's so cool.
That's amazing.
And I just sort of imagine that in my mind's eye, listening to that transition. And then you have Tarriona, what's it, Ball, kind of, starting her spoken word thing and Memories with Mama. And it's like you're being transported back in time, and like she's telling you the memories. I thought, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but that transition was just really effective into that spoken word thing.
It's cool. I just had it playing now as you were talking. I was listening to it as you were speaking about it, and it's crazy. It's cool. And actually, I do have a note on it. You know what's cool about it that I like is like, and it sort of ties in. So the end of it, right, is this super busy, almost chaotic, like there's like with the vocal doing all their runs and kind of over the top of each other, harmonizing, and then the keys, like you say, are doing all these little trills, like going all over the place. And then it like sort of like fades out into this really calm sort of like sets like another scene where it's like the holiday season can be busy, just like all those vocals and all that stuff. And then it goes into this sort of reflective, nostalgic spoken word piece, which I thought was genius to not have.
Like back to the Fireside.
Yeah. And the stuff that she touches on lyrically in this, or spoken wordly in this, if I can put it that way, is I found this probably my favorite song in terms of that, because I love how she talks about like, how she touches on the whole thing of like commercialism and how Christmas is so commercialized, and it's just this thing to max out credit cards and buy gifts and do all these different things. And then it flips to where she talks about, remembering Christmas as a kid when it was still magical, and she remembers like the pipe hanging out of like her grandfather's mouth, and like the gumbo pots were full, and it was like a big family gathering, and it was this huge thing, and you can just almost feel that like that warmth and the family like almost like giving you a big hug.
Sounds wonderful, dude. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and it's just I mean, I totally related to that, like growing up, because we had what's been fairly sad in like the recent years. Well, not so much now because we've all had kids and we kind of growing the family again, but it was this weird transition of like growing up, it was all my cousins and then like all the grandparents and the aunts and the uncles and the extended aunts and uncles, and there was like all the stuff. And I remember like our house was like so packed on Christmas, which was such a blessing. And then I remember like grandparents passing away, and then it got smaller, and then the cousins grew up and they then got married and had their kids, and then they would kind of do their own thing with other their other side of the family, their in-laws. And then it slowly starts to like pull apart, and you lose those days. I remember as a kid where it was just a full Christmas with like everybody, and it was so cool. And yeah, it really struck a chord with me, this song, literally and figuratively. Just when she was speaking,
jokes are on form.
when she was speaking that, and I just thought, sure, that's so cool, man. It's just it's cool to be reminded of what, and I know this sounds cliche, ironically, but like that's what Christmas is about. It's about being with friends and family and loved ones, and those are the things. I don't remember any of the gifts I got as a kid, really.
Okay, there's one gift I remember. I got a Spider-Man helicopter. Oh my word, that thing shot webs. It was amazing.
You shouldn't forget that gift. You should not forget that gift. That's worth remembering.
That was good.
That's awesome.
I had one of those canisters of fake web that would go in like the very front of the helicopter. And they had like the propellers of the helicopter were like web shaped, as if that will actually work in aerodynamics. And yeah, it was a cool gift. It's a massive, big plastic red helicopter.
That's awesome. Oh man, that's cool. Yeah. So what were your takes from this?
Pretty much right on what you were saying. It's from what she was describing. She was reminiscing on like just really tight knitted community. And that like everyone gets stuck in with each other's lives and has a hand in providing for one another, and just, imagining trying to envision what she's visualizing while she's saying this. It just feels like pretty much exactly what you were saying, like a very, probably not the biggest house ever, but like quite a tight house, but just everyone just running in and out. If you think of like the opening scene of, what's that film? Home Alone. Yeah. Where it's just like madness and everyone's all over the place and it's noisy and like parents are shouting at kids and like, don't do that, come here, eat your dinner. But it's just joyful because everyone's like getting stuck in and involved, and you're seeing people you haven't seen in ages and catching up with family members and seeing how everyone's grown. And yeah, it's just full of joy, really.
That's so cool.
And then also just kind of mourning those connections, because she's just noting how things have changed so much. And one of the things one of her lines is like affection and gratefulness are like transactions. And it's that like change in attitude, that like breaking up of close-knit communities to where if I do something for you, you've got to do something for me, and like this album has like quite a like big spiritual focus in a lot of the lyrics, and particularly in the original songs. I feel like as the church in this season often plays a big role in doing very practical things to help people in need. And that's one of the things that I appreciate most about being a part of the church. And some of like my fondest experiences of the church is when, seeing, experiencing, being a part of or receiving that like very tangible, getting stuck in with people's lives and like helping people bear their burdens with them, and not from a place of, you've paid for the service, now you get it, but like you need help, so everyone pitches in and there's enough for everyone. There's like, it's the like economy of there's plenty to go around, so no one has to be stingy. But that mind shift changes with like capitalism. And sorry, I'm getting existential now, but like
no, you're totally right.
And yeah, it changes to where like there's not enough for everyone because it's a race to the top and you got to climb over people to get what you want, So if I give you something, that means I've got less to give for myself,
or if if that person gives you something, then you owe them. That's like that's the way of the world, right? It's not about, and I think it's truer now than it's probably ever been, is like, I think we're in this super sort of extreme individualistic society where it's very much about me, and anything outside of that, if it's going to inconvenience me, then I'm like, I can't help you. I can't deal with it. And like you say, I think that's where churches and organizations like that are so hugely beneficial to people who are struggling and need help this time of year. Like it's, because I think, I mean, I said it earlier, but I think this can be one of the loneliest times in the calendar year, you know? And more so as well because it's winter. Well, here in England, it's winter, obviously. So it's, that's weirdly depressing emotionally when it's dark and it's cold and it's, and then to top that all off with, you don't have a family or you don't have loved ones and you're alone or something like that, it's, it's a big deal and we need to be looking out for those around us.
Yeah, dude. So,
cool.
Yeah, great track. I thought her words were just pretty amazing.
We went off on another.
I had a question.
Yes, go.
I had a question though. She said Christmas used to feel like magic. What made it feel like magic, and how has it changed to where Christmas doesn't feel like magic? Like in your experience, like if when you remember Christmas being magic, what do you think it was that made it magic?
Good question. I think for me, as a kid, obviously Christmas feels magical. I think the lights, it's because you don't have anything else like that in the year, right? So it's this one time of the year where everything sort of becomes something different. And I think it's more so here in Europe and like in like the Northern Hemisphere because it's colder. It's like it's all those things that it feels more like sort of cozy and that kind of thing. Whereas, I mean, South Africa, we were like swimming on Christmas Day and like in like 30 degree heat, So, and then obviously I think as a kid, you have this like mystery of like Santa Claus and, is he going to be here? Is he going to come with his reindeer? And it's, and that creates this magic as a kid. But I think I also touched on that lyric. I made a note about that because I think what I took from that is like, as you get older, that magic starts to fade and you start to see like the real stuff that's actually going on and not just the happy, we're opening presents and we, and I think as you grow up, well, you should realize, if you are sort of from like our backgrounds and stuff, like you're very privileged and you're very lucky to grow up where we grew up and very lucky to have the families we've had and and you do, and I think the magic starts to fade when you start to see what's really going on in the world and what's, like you were saying, that it's this loneliness and that's going on around. I don't know, I'm not really explaining this very well, but it's
that's right.
All that stuff starts to fade, all that magic starts to fade as you get older and you start to see the real world and you start to see that Christmas isn't this big, happy, jolly time necessarily for everybody, it can be one of the loneliest and isolating times for people. So, and you?
Yeah, I think quite similar really. Like I have noted that especially with starting our own family or like having, moving in with Sheree in England and then having Stevie and over time creating our own little Christmas rhythms and things that we get nostalgic about that are only in England, because obviously I really miss Christmas in Cape Town with my family and things, and it was always having everyone around the table and at my aunt's and uncle's place and the lapa, and there would be a fire going. And then everyone has like Christmas dinner under the thatch lapa, and it's just all a fun vibe and music going and things, and it's just like a big K at a big party. And that was always special. And like swimming and all that. And I think you nailed it as well. you say you didn't like explain things well, but you do have quite a good way of explaining things. Sheree and I were talking about this a couple days ago while we were walking in the center, and she was saying how she saw on social media someone talking about. Well, that was a long. She was saying she saw on social media someone talking about how as parents we don't experience the magic of Christmas, but it's our job to create the magic of Christmas for our little ones. And obviously we're disillusioned with all the commercialism and things that go on, but there is still that generosity and spirit of giving and selflessness, particularly in times when people need it. That still exists and it's still a reality. But when you're walking around the shops and everything's 50% off for Christmas, it doesn't feel like Christmas, But
I think you also start to see it. I mean, this is like what everybody told us, I guess, before we had kids, but you start to see it through their eyes, and you start to see you see the world through their eyes, and you see things so differently, when you have kids. So even us now, we put up the Christmas tree, and Jude's just every morning he's like, "Daddy, turn on the Christmas tree," and he's just stoked, just to stand there and just look at the lights. He's just like, "Whoa!" And
so fun. Yeah.
Before that, I would just put the tree up and be like, "Yeah, cool, it looks pretty, it's nice, okay." And I kind of walk past it.
I can see.
Yeah, it's like I walk past it all the time. Now it's every five. If the tree's off, even in the middle of the day, he's like, "Daddy, tree on," now.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Yeah, so that is cute.
Yeah,
that is cool.
Sheree and Stevie, they follow me on Find My when I'm cycling home from work.
Yeah,
because Stevie has this internal clock where at the same time every day she'll start calling for me even though I'm not home yet. And then Sheree's got to get the phone out and show where I am on the map, and they'll watch me cycle all the way home. And then as soon as I get to the front door, I put my music off on my headphones. Because I know Stevie's going to come out the door really soon. And then she comes out with her jacket and shoes on already. She's put her stuff on. And then our neighbors, because there's the door in the front of the building.
Yeah.
Our neighbors do decorations way better than we do. And then Stevie and I, we always just go and stand in front of their front door for 5 minutes, just looking at all their lights. And
that's so cool.
Stevie loves it. And then she gets over and she's, "Cool, let's go back to Mama." So I was like, "Okay, cool." You go back inside. But yeah, just the wonder of seeing a green, yellow, red snowman with lights on and stars everywhere and stuff.
That's so sweet. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to Joy to the World.
Yeah, good track.
Classic Carol.
Memories with Mama still just.
Oh yes,
riding that high. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh no, if you're not done, you can carry on, man.
No. I'm done. I'm just emotionally. I'm in that mode. It's good. It's sweet.
Yeah. No, it's a great track, that flip. Yeah. Okay, so Joy to the World, Alex Isley, featuring Alex Isley.
Yeah.
Well, we all know Joy to the World. Classic.
Yeah. The first note I made with this particular version was just gospel with an exclamation mark. It's just, oh man. You can just picture the 12, 15 piece choir in the background.
But you not think it, I agree, totally agree with you. But you not think it also has a bit of an R&B sort of feel to it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. But
almost like an R&B
think
ballad.
Those are. Yeah, I don't think those are. I don't think it's a zero sum, because R&B is inspired or it has roots in gospel, So
yeah.
I think what you sent, that Robert Glasper interview with Apple Music. I can't remember who was doing the interview.
No, I don't know that guy's name actually. I probably should.
But Robert Glasper was talking about how the first time he played these songs was in a gospel setting with his mum.
Yes. And so did all the arrangements and stuff.
Yeah. So I just keep thinking about that every time I hear it. You can see so clearly, with the arrangements and the music and the chord progressions and drums and things, just how the gospel influence comes in. But then I think the R&B is the modern singers that put their spin on the performance of the lyrics. Um, uh, yeah, it was really cool. And this is the one where I made the comment that you notice the lyrics a lot more, and the lyrics kind of pop out a lot because they don't sound the same, and they aren't performed in the same sort of melody and rhythm as they normally are. So,
and it's pretty minimal instrumentation again. Like it's the drums are pretty prominent, the keys are obviously very prominent, but that's about it really. Like, you know, that's sort of what you notice, and the drums give a lot of space too. So there's, you know, he's keeping it really tight, like on the hi-hats, and then there's like these big washy cymbals, but they like kind of just wash out like over the thing, and it just gives this illusion of space. And then she comes back in with a vocal, and the keys are pretty, also not like super runny and like all over the place, just holding down those beautiful chords.
Just pedaling away. Yeah, I find the music, it's like performed so nicely with the vocals that whenever the singer Alex Isley, when she ends a phrase and like lets it run on, then Robert will like play his keys and like do like a run along with her with the space that lingers after her voice, and then when it comes in again, the whole band is like tight on the one. And the interplay, like how the music moves and sways with the vocal performance, is really, really cool. It's just so tasteful. That's the lovely thing about picking great albums, that everything's just really tasteful. Yeah. Like Leridan was just so tasteful, and then Robert Glasper was just so tasteful.
We do listen to good music, though. It's
yeah, we do.
Let's be fair.
Nice. Yeah, the breakdown at the end is really fun as well. The joy to the world, he rose the world, and just keeps going over like that. Yeah.
But again, like I'm just listening to it now as you're talking. It's like there's just so much space to it. The drums is doom kaka, doom kaka. It's just cool. It's just this, you almost just get lost in it, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Really, really good. And it's like the caliber of instrumentalists to be able to play just enough. Like you could just listen to the drums and just think, oh, that's so good. But actually it's not that much. And the piano is like, oh, the piano is amazing. But it's actually not, he's not overplaying by any means. But that makes me think of like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like their albums are actually so simple, like in terms of how many parts are being played, but the parts just fit so well together.
Yeah.
That it feels really full, and they do their own backing vocals. And it's like drums, guitar, maybe like a couple guitars, bass, lead vocals, and like a couple harmonies.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 6, 7 parts? And it just sounds really full. Where like some bands have like layers and layers of guitars, and it just sounds really small and dense, you know?
That's true. Yeah. It's choices, right? And it's, like you say, it's the caliber of the musician to know when to play and when not to play. It's like, I remember Benny Greb, that drummer dude that I used to always listen to, he was like, I used to follow, and like one of his books, he says like your notes that you don't play are as important as the notes that you play.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I remember just thinking that is so, like, it's probably one of the best pieces of like advice I've read as a musician, you know, not just, I mean, drumming aside, just as a musician, I think, you know, you forget that the space between the notes is just as important. And you can hear it in this track. You can hear it all over this album, actually. It's just,
yeah.
It's everywhere. It's just being disciplined and knowing where to play. There's actually the one on that, Jimmy Eat World, maybe we'll cover one of their albums one day. But for me, that band is genius with kind of picking the right rhythms, the right sort of tones, the right like, stuff. Like you listen to that. I mean, the one album that stands out is Bleed American, which was like their big one. But it's brilliant. Nothing's overplayed. Nothing's like sort of, I mean, a completely different vibe and like genre, obviously, to this, but like it's just still genius in the way it's put together, like musically and like the form of the songs and instrumentally. Nothing's overplayed, nothing's crazy. But everything fits and everything locks in together, and everything the drummer plays, every note he plays, like sort of ties in with the guitar. It's genius. And then you get like Dave Matthews Band, where like everyone overplays, but somehow everything just locks in, and you're just like,
somehow it's as amazing as if no one played.
how do you guys do this? It's like everyone's like doing a solo at the same time, but somehow,
But yeah, again, it's like, I feel like if you play together so much as a band, like over years, you play with each other. Like the music you're playing is in sync, and like the music, like it's almost like the different instruments are holding hands in how you're playing together. It's like when we were playing together on the cover band, we were playing covers, like songs that other people wrote, but the way we would play them, we would know exactly where we're going. We would like fill almost like hand in hand in the same parts of the songs. I mean, we have very similar tastes in music, but we just got so used to playing with one another. I knew where you were going on the drums, and you know where I was going on guitar.
Totally. You know. But then even with Politic, like with for listeners who didn't know, like our original band, that was like I remember there would be times where we hadn't played a gig in like a couple of months, but because we had played together for so many years, I would just be like, yeah, that's fine, book it. We'll show up and we'll play. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I just knew you as a musician. I know Nicola is a musician, and I'm just like, yeah, cool. We could smash this. And then later when Ross joined, it was like, the four of us just kind of clicked, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it fell right into place.
Yeah. It's insane. And that is
getting coffees and teas and
but that's an element I talk about quite often, like with students and stuff, when they ask like, but how do you like get into bands, and how do you get a band super tight? And I'm just like, honestly, just hanging out together and then playing as much as possible. Because there's also that element, you can play together so much, but then there's also that element of just being mates and being friends and hanging out and spending time together. And I remember that with you guys, and like we would jam and stuff, and it was really cool. And then we like hung out and had a braai, or we like just did stuff together outside of the band practice room or whatever. And then we got back in the band room, and it was like just everything just felt even tighter. Everything was better. Like you just, it's just sort of strengthening those relationships, and it comes through in the music, like big time.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
December.
Okay, another original. This one, again, I think like the other originals on this album, I think it's, again, just touching on all these themes of introspection, sort of giving that holiday feel, but from a completely different standpoint. So again, not the holly jolly, like, it's a deeper, more reflective tone, looking back, looking at things like we were saying earlier, looking at sort of the stuff that people don't normally look at around Christmas time, and trying to deal with that, but yeah, musically, again, super soulful, lots of space. I think it's kind of like, it's weird because it sounds like I'm just describing the same song sort of over and over, but they're not though. They're so vastly different, each of these, but it's in some ways it's kind of a good thing, because there's a definite theme running through the album, and there's a definite feel, and there's a definite atmosphere and
cohesive.
It's great word, cohesive.
Thank you.
All those audiobooks are paying off, bro.
All those what?
Audiobooks are paying off.
Oh yeah. I do go through a lot of audiobooks.
But yeah, I think that's all I had in my notes, really. I didn't do too much of a deep dive on this. But yeah, how about you?
I was trying to speculate on kind of where she was writing from, where Andra Day was writing from, and it seemed like she was singing in December, but then thinking about the previous December, it's like there was a nostalgia, like a sad nostalgia, and it's like she was reflecting on a relationship that didn't last, a relationship that might have started the previous December, or during that Christmas season, but then ended soon after. And now she's like back in Christmas, and Christmas is making her think about that relationship again. And there's a line about like rosemary and thyme, and how it like reminds her of how her scent and her partner's scent would like mix together. It's like a really intimate description of like the closeness of their relationship, you know. And because like she opens up with questions like, a safe place, is my anxiety lovable? Is my body touchable? I just want to be worth it all. Is that too much to ask? It's like the smell of rosemary and thyme, but your scent is better with mine. I've seen for the very first time now my heart is after what should have been mine. And it's like all she wants this Christmas is just recapturing that relationship.
And I mean, rosemary and thyme being a little nod to, you know, herbs that you would use in your Christmas cooking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, what are you using rosemary and thyme for? This is a safe place, Carl, but what the hell?
I can't even think where I would have gone with that other than cooking.
And then I thought it was quite pertinent at the end to add to the spiritual elements of this album. Because obviously so many songs on this album have like deep roots in like either having a history in church or like a Christian like spiritual background with understanding Christmas. And a lot of that comes through in the lyrics. And this song ends with Andra Day. It's almost like she's left alone after reflecting on the past relationship, like praying to God, asking him to fix it for her. She says, was trying to birth you a son like God did. Now I'm looking for the sun to fix this, facing toward the sun like God give. Crying to the sun because God lives.
Wow.
And it's just really cool to see how her spirituality like just ties it all in. And it's not even like that prominent and in your face, but it's this element just keeps coming through even across the different singers that come in who write lyrics.
Yeah.
It seems like it's quite a, and I wonder like how much, because this is me speaking as like a South African dude, a white South African dude, never lived in the States, but my impression of Black culture in America is that it's very much tied up, particularly from, particularly inspired and like upheld by the older generations in Black communities, that like church goingness is like a big part of the culture and big part of the language, and particularly around Christmas and things. And
well, a big part of the community, right? Because I think that's, again, like, yeah, having not lived in America or anything like that, but like, I think that is definitely, I mean, like, look at how prevalent like gospel music has been in secular music, you know, and it's all tied back to the church. You listen to, I mean, some of my favorite drummers, I know I keep going back to drummers and stuff, but like a lot of my favorite drummers are like Black African Americans, you know, and almost all of them, they'll be like, oh yeah, I started playing in church, you know, or I got my music career started in church, or oh, my grandma used to take me to church, or, you know, so it's centered around their community and their culture. It's such a huge part of it, and I think that's a massive theme that runs through this album, like you're touching on now. It's like it just keeps circling back to that, you know. and how that is such a huge element in their life, such a huge part of their community. So yeah.
So that was a song. Like I thought the like what you were saying. I think at the beginning of the track, I loved the brushes on the drums, the like texture of the brushes. It's really cool. And actually, very very quick, taking the liberty to go back to Memories with Mama. But while Tarriona Ball is talking, there's a moment, I can't remember where it is in the song, but there's a moment where she like stops speaking, and the brushes on the snare almost sound like her exhale. It's like
cool.
the sound of her breathing, like it sounds like the brushes on the snare, and like kind of happens around the same time. Just like it was probably completely accidental, but it just sounded really cool. And it's like so immersive. Like her breathing is part of the music. Oh man!
Oh, that is so cool.
It's just really cool. But yeah,
sweet.
December, some good jazz drums. A little drummer boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really cool. Whenever I hear this song, I always think of The Office. You've watched The Office, right?
No.
You've watched the British Office.
Yes.
But not the American one.
No. I need to get into it.
I don't know.
Every person tells me I need to watch it.
It's so good, dude.
I need to. I know.
It's the British one was good, extremely dry, and the American one takes from that, but then the writing is really good.
I know they're like two completely different beasts. I mean, when I watched the British one, the American one obviously didn't exist. There was no American Office. So yeah, no, I need to.
But there's a really, really cool, I think it's like the very first episode, Dwight Schrute, he's singing The Little Drummer Boy.
Oh yeah.
But it's like really intense. And I can't remember how it goes, but he's like singing the melody, and then he just goes oh no, I can't remember how the song goes now. How does Little Drummer Boy go? Oh yeah. So he's singing like and he's singing like really heavy metal drums. But then later, okay, I'm not going to spoil it. Because you do need to watch it.
I will watch it. But I will get there.
The fact that he is singing Little Drummer Boy in the very first episode somehow becomes so pertinent, like seasons down the line. It's like the smallest little detail, and it becomes like a thread that links to like a larger narrative, like a few seasons down, and like a relationship and stuff. It's really cool. That's people who know.
All you listeners that know, comment below.
Comment below, but no spoilers, because
let us know that you know.
Yeah, just tell us.
Yeah. I mean,
apart from no, you go.
No, carry on. No, because you are
okay.
You're in your train of thought.
I was saying, at least in the intro, part of what I thought was really cool with it was just vocals, one piano. It was like the upright bass playing a high note, bing, bing, and then the snare, doing the marching pattern. You can hear the chord changes. Like you can imagine the chord changes in your mind's ear just from those three things and how it's sung. And like the one note isn't changing, but then as soon as the chords come in, you're already hearing the chords. I mean, I suppose knowing the song makes a difference, because you know how the song flows, but it's just a really effective intro. It's like so simple, but
well, so what I like about it is this. All the other versions of like Little Drummer Boy, it's always these like rolls, like it's like proper like buzz rolls, and it's like this whole to get technical about it, or like doubles, like or whatever. And this one, what I dig is that it's so sparse. Like it's just these little hits that are basically almost like tying in with that bass. They're kind of hitting like the same sort of rhythm. So it's, I don't know, it like strips it all back. And then what's really interesting is it almost makes the vocal sound like it's catching almost like an odd timing in the phrasing, because you're not filling all that space with just like whatever, you know, like whatever rhythm you're going to play over there. And so just those simple grooves, those simple hits, just very sparse hits. Yeah. Again, bring out that vocal, and you're noticing that vocal phrasing and stuff so much more than you would if there was just like a whole bunch of like drum rolls going on, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very cool arrangement. Very, very cool. And I love that sound of that upright bass.
Yeah.
It's just like so papery, but like still super warm. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. No, I was listening to it now as well. Yeah, it's really, really cool. And I didn't analyze the lyrics of the other Christmas carols, because in my mind they're just Christmas carols. But then with our Jeff Buckley album, our Jeff Buckley episode, when he did a cover, the cover always contributed to the theme of the album.
Yes.
And I had that in mind only while listening to this song. But again, like with the lyrics standing out so much, because the music's so subdued and just supports enough for the vocals to shine. The lyrics of this, it's like the devotion to King Jesus and offering the best of what you have to worship him, but like what you're bringing isn't good enough, and trying to offer the best of what you have. It's like another element to the whole spiritual side of Christmas, and like giving of yourself as generously and like as truly as you can. Which I thought, just for some reason, it just my mind went to that while listening to this, even though it's just a carol we know.
Yeah.
But I think she sings it in a way, and then after the breakdown, when she sings like "On My Drum," it transitions. I mean, on my drum is the lyric that probably gets repeated a few times. But that moment when it breaks down into like the whole outro of the song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do, yeah. Because basically, this is what I was going to say about the arrangement, because it's such a different arrangement to any of the other traditional ones you've heard. Like this basically goes down into this almost like smooth jazz, like easy jazz sort of like thing that you would hear in like a jazz club. It's like it's very like easy listening. But then it picks up, like you were saying there, it just picks up and it gets a little bit harder. Like his snare those snare hits come in and he starts washing those cymbals, like it's just much bigger at the end there. And but it's just like, I just love this arrangement because it's just so different.
Yeah.
Like it really like hit me like, oh my word, I've never heard somebody do it like this. There's been it's always so focused on the drums. And ironically, this isn't focused on the drums at all. It's like the only part that you really notice the drums is that intro. Where you just hear that snare pattern. And then the rest of it is kind of just,
and why
sort of fades into the background.
Why is this called Little Drum Boy anyway? It's like there's nothing.
It's a very good question.
I suppose it's just talking about like pa-ra-pa pum pum, but
yeah,
little baby. Like apart from the fact that they're doing the onomatopoeia of a drum.
Yeah.
Like talking about me and my drum I suppose coming to honor King Jesus with your drum. That's all I have to give. I've given everything. Oh, so all you have is your drum. That's all you've come with. So I'll give everything. And I'll play. Oh, okay. No,
Wow.
that's kind of cool. I just made sense to me now. I thought it was really funny that I was listening to this with Stevie, and I was like,
Yeah.
kind of riffing off the lyrics while I was reading on Apple Music. I was thinking with the param pum pum pum, you go param pum pum pum. You could do like full like grime stuff. Param, param, pum, 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 pum.
Should do a grime
Little
Christmas album.
baby, param, pum, pum, pum. Very different feel to the song, but
that'd be hilarious.
imagine Big Shock. Param, pum, pum.
Hardcore grime album.
Yeah.
Do it with your best North London accent.
I wouldn't do that. I don't have. I've not actually tried a North London accent, but I won't. I feel like I'll just be appropriating, just doing a bad job of it.
Stormzy, okay. Stormzy, can you do us a Christmas album?
Yeah. I wonder if there is a Stormzy Christmas album actually. Oh, I'm interested.
I reckon he'd do a great job, man.
Yeah, you would do a cool one.
Really
You would do a cool one.
Okay, cool. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Final track.
There's just on the little drummer boy.
Yeah.
There's that like little address from the past or something at the end. Was anything particular that you took from that?
Is that not wait, I'm playing it quickly. I'm pretty sure
There's Harry Simeon, Henry Onrati, and Kay Davis. I'm not sure which one of those might have been the priest, pastor character.
I've got Gene Baylor listed here.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Oh wait, show all. Here we go. Bass guitar. Marcus Baylor on drums.
Okay.
Hold on, let's see if it gives us
credits would help.
Jeez, I've got everything. I've got the mixing engineer.
Oh, Pastor John Gray, spoken word.
There we go.
Yeah.
Pastor
I was right in
John
front of
Gray,
me the whole time. I just didn't look at it.
Oh, I had to get past all the mixing engineers, mastering engineers.
Yeah. Apple Music
nice.
categorizes the credits by like performing artists, and there's like a block of performing artists, then composition and lyrics, and then production.
Yes, that's what I've got. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I've got artist, performers, writing and arrangement, production and engineering, then other roles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, cool. Excuse us as we compare notes on Spotify.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's a cool little thing to add in though with the pastor speaking. It's
yeah. It felt like maybe not an excerpt from an address, but it seemed like he might have written this specifically for this song. I don't actually know, but it seems quite concise and it fits just perfectly. So either it was chopped up really well to fit in, or it was done for this. But it feels like a formal blessing to start with.
Yeah. It feels like he's written that for the piece.
But yeah, I thought it was great, and it ties into the whole sort of rooted community aspect, like element of this album, and the togetherness with people. And there's a big emphasis on sort of the treating each other humanely with like dignity as humans. So he says, if I just read the whole thing, I'll try to do it justice.
Yeah.
In the spirit of Christmas season, it is said, "For I bring to you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Saviour. 'Tis Christ the Lord. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace and goodwill towards men." And then his own elaboration after that was a quote. He says, "May we do our part, since heaven has done its part. May we treat each other with love, respect, honor, and dignity, and fight for peace instead of tearing each other to pieces. Merry Christmas."
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a cool way to end that. Again, another little piece of spoken word.
Yeah. I almost feel like that might have been, like, the album could have ended with that.
Yeah. I thought that too. I think that would have been a really cool way to end.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing, like, as cool as Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is, I feel like the order of like the track listing I feel like that could have gone above Little Drummer Boy and then ended with Little Drummer Boy. Because this kind of gives you this, like, or maybe not, I don't know. It kind of, this one's a bit more upbeat and a bit more sort of like,
yeah, fair enough.
You know, maybe gives you a good mood before you leave.
Yeah. Let's not rip each other to pieces. Merry Christmas.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
So, yeah, did you have anything about track 8? Any particular things that you wanted that stood out for you?
No. Pretty soulful rendition. Again, like, it's just completely different. I'm getting a bit more like sort of a gospel vibe in this one though.
That's like, funny. I said so R&B.
Oh, really?
So we've got like opposing opinions on what R&B and gospel are, it seems.
Or are they just so tightly wound that, you know?
Yeah.
I would say so. Let me say this. I would say vocally more R&B. I feel like, no, other way around. I would say the music is more sort of R&B, but the vocals are a little bit more gospel.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Do you not think?
I thought the other way around.
What?
I thought the vocals were so R&B. Or not. Maybe I just haven't listened to much gospel and R&B. I got to admit, R&B is one of my least listened to types of music, probably next to like opera.
Yeah.
Like opera and R&B are two little niches and larger genres that I've not spent a lot of time.
I don't think I've listened to much opera. Although that album I sent you today, that Rosalia album, flip and go listen to that.
Yeah.
Bro.
Okay.
That's like, it's really great.
Yeah.
But back to Robert, I found the music, it's hard now because now if I go back and listen to it, like I just played a little bit piece of it there. Like, I'm like, that vocal could be gospel or it could be R&B. Like, I feel like it just could be interchangeable, really.
Yeah.
But I feel like the music for me there is definitely more R&B and the vocal, I mean, could interchange, but I feel like it's leaning slightly more gospel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because like gospel for me is like that sort of gospel for me is like a lot brighter in tone and sound. It's just a lot like, and I mean like traditional gospel, you know, and the drums are just way too straight for traditional gospel. Like the drums would be throwing around all sorts of gospel chops and like big bright cymbals and like, and dude's just like kind of going for it on every fill. And this is just a lot more sort of pocket in the back, you know. So that's where I feel like that's a bit more R&B.
Yeah, listening back to it,
the vocals,
I don't actually think the music is gospel at all. Like I totally agree with you, because when I think of gospel, I think of what's the guy's like Israel
Houghton,
Houghton, and that's just like bam in your face, just like
like what's that
big organ, big drums.
Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, that as well.
That's exactly it. That's the kind of gospel I think of, you know, stereotypical like gospel.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What I thought was cool and very Robert Glasper about this track is again my own sort of taste and preference, I didn't particularly enjoy the vocal performance of this one. And I think
I will agree with you, yeah.
And I think you can kind of hear the auto-tune keeping his, like, there wasn't much tone in his voice, and I think it's the genre, I think it's the style, like stylistically it's performed well for the style, but I don't appreciate it. But what was cool was the outro of this. Robert Glasper like chops all up, and it just ends up being like a jam session, and like mix up of the first half of the track, and the second half of the track just like goes out with a sick like mix up of the song. And it's really, really cool. And that makes me think of Robert Glasper's other album, which I would love to go through. It's Co-Derivation.
Okay.
Which I sent to you and Ross ages ago. That's the one where he starts off with like a jazz track, and then the track after that, someone's like taken the jazz track that Robert Glasper's did and like chopped it up and like did like a remix of it. It's really cool. And then it goes like jazz and then chop up of that jazz. It's so sick. It's a cool album.
I'll do a proper deep dive into that. Because I remember when you said that, because there's, again, this girl I worked with when I worked in a coffee shop years ago. This one girl that I worked with, she was like obsessed with him.
Oh, okay.
And so we used to listen to his stuff a lot.
Yeah.
And that's where I sort of like got into his like sort of back catalog, like Black Radio and like all that sort of stuff. There's another album actually that we used to listen to. Anyway, finish your point and I'll tell you what the album was that we used to listen to.
No, yeah, well, Co-Derivation. So I suppose it's in the title, but like the chopped up track is like derived from the jazz performance before that, and in this one song, Have Yourself a Very Merry Christmas, like half of the song starts out as like an R&B rendition of the carol, and then it like breaks down into a jam. And I think it's a live jam, but then the vocals seem chopped up over the live jam, and it's all like mixed in together.
So I'm just looking at it now. Okay, so like every track basically has like from track 2.
Yeah.
Say Less, then Say Less, featuring Jamari. Okay, so then he's like, it's like a remix almost on every
My
track.
favorite one is AJ's Vibe.
Okay.
That's my favorite one. That's really, really cool.
Cool.
But the whole album's good. Yeah.
Jeez, this guy's prolific, man. 3 albums in this year.
Really?
Yeah. Let Go, Co-Derivation, and then Keys to the City, Volume 1.
Oh my word! I didn't know the others came out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Keys to the City is 9 tracks. Let Go is 13 tracks. Yeah, he released that in June.
Wait.
Flippin' heck.
No, the Co-Derivation was last year, dude. 2024.
No, it says 2025, yeah.
Oh. That's really interesting. Unless it was released on Apple Music first. Because I've got Let Go, Co-Derivation, and Keys to the City all in 2024. And then in December as well.
That's weird. Why would that happen? Like, surely they would just release it.
Yeah.
Like, to all platforms at the same time.
Unless there's a particular affiliation with Apple Music. Because
maybe
I found Co-Derivation because the album cover was shown on an iPhone during like WWDC, which is Apple's software development conference. So there's probably some affiliation there somewhere, like Apple Music.
Okay, nice, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
We did it, man. So
we've done it.
Yeah. So kind of back to the top with what I said. Like I thought the album was like very nostalgic of Christmas, but it like breaks the fourth wall into like the sort of lived reality of like the winter mood and loneliness and desire to be together. And which I like, having gone through it and thinking back, I think kind of makes sense. That's sort of where I sit with the album. It's like really cool though. Can
I give you my 3 words?
Yeah, let's do it. So for those for first-time listeners, we've decided like Netflix is gonna put up 3 words for a series, gonna define a whole series or show with 3 words. Like, so we thought, we'll do the same because why not? But at 6 words because we'll probably have 3 different words each.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so my 3 words were nostalgia, community.
Oh, yeah.
And different.
Good pregnant pause there. Nostalgia, community, and difference.
Pregnant pause. Had to get you coming back for that last word.
My 3 words are warm, inventive, and rooted. And that could be a pun with rooted. Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. Great album.
Amazing album, man. Good choice, Michael.
Thank you, Carl.
That was a great choice.
Where are you taking us for next week, Carl?
I think you know where I'm taking us for next week. Cool.
I have a suspicion. Is part of the name of the band just one letter?
Yes.
Hey.
Because this is one of my favorite Christmas albums, man. I love this album.
Yeah. It's a great album. I was listening to 12 Days of Christmas today on my Christmas playlist.
Oh, yeah.
That's a masterpiece.
Dude. Don't even. I know.
It's how do you imagine something like that? It's just like, I'm trying to imagine the studio where all these people are standing and just waiting to play their part.
It's ridiculous. Have you listened to their version of Ammunition by Switchfoot?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. It's on Switchfoot's... they did like a remake of...
oh, yes.
Of
Beautiful
Letdown, where they get like people to do covers. Anyway, go check out. They do Ammunition. Go listen. The arrangement on that is ridiculous. Anyway.
Okay.
So, for all you guys that are anxiously waiting to hear where we're going.
We're already into this album. We've not even told the people what it is.
We are doing Let It Snow, Baby, Let It Rain, Dear by Relient K.
What a great album title.
Came out 2007, so 18 years ago.
Jeez.
Crazy stuff. And we'll try and keep...
Album's going to college already.
I know, right? We will definitely try and keep this album to an hour and a half because there's 17 tracks, so...
Yeah.
We've got to blitz through. Although, what's great about this one is there's also a few covers, so we can kind of race our way through those ones and then get to the sort of the originals. But yeah, cool. So that's where we will be going next week.
Sweet. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Carl.
And in the meantime,
thanks everyone who's listening.
You guys can find us on Instagram at the Buds Pod UK. You can find us on YouTube at the Buds Podcast UK. And then you can email us because Michael loves an email. The Buds Podcast UK at gmail.com. Everything will be in the show notes. You can hit us up there. Please like, subscribe, follow, comment. Let us know your favorite track off the album that we discussed today. Robert Glasper's In December.
There we go.
And do your homework for Relient K next week. Cool.
And have a great Christmas, guys. It'll be, December 7th or 8th when you're hearing this?
This is true. Michael will,
or at least somewhere around there,
probably be in Californian sunshine.
Yeah. Well, a little bit after that. I leave on the 18th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Have
Carl.
a great one, guys. See you, Mike.
Bye.
Bye.